What is the impact of a single moment on our life? How do our choices reveal our characters? Whatever action you choose to do determines on what kind of person you can be.
Macbeth is a perfect example of how an impact of a single moment affects a life, and how our choices reveal our character.
An example of a single moment on Macbeth's life is the moment he killed King Duncan. But first, let's go back to before he killed King Duncan. Before Macbeth kills King Duncan, he meets with the three witches, who tell him that his future will be to be king. Now let's read the quote. The third witch says, "All hail Macbeth, that shall be king hereafter." He doesn't think anything much of this until he becomes Thane of Cawdor. After this happens, he begins to believe what the witches say. Thane of Cawdor was a huge step, and now he's going to do everything he can to become king. He tells Lady Macbeth what the witches told him, and Lady Macbeth starts to pressure him onto killing King Duncan. The day comes, and Macbeth doesn't know what to do. He tells his wife he can't do this anymore. And Lady Macbeth does not take this well. She starts calling her husband a coward. Lady Macbeth is just as power hungry as Macbeth is. She wants him to be king, and she wants herself to be queen. Lady Macbeth says to Macbeth, "What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man, and to be more than what you were, you would be so much more than a man." And tries to convince him to kill King Duncan again. This makes Macbeth feel like he is a coward, and so he tells his wife that he will kill King Duncan. If Macbeth didn't listen to the witches or Lady Macbeth, then he wouldn't have made this choice of killing King Duncan. However, that's not how things went, and everything turned out for the worse. Macbeth was too ambitious and cared more about the power than the consequences that were about to come. Another choice that Macbeth did that impacted his life was not telling anyone what he did and keeping it all inside. This made him go mad. Ready? Lady Macbeth says, "Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent underneath." This seems to be a biblical saying. Snake represents the demon, which is how he could be seen after killing King Duncan. So pretty much what Lady Macbeth was saying is to trick everyone by seeming good, but really he's the snake. If he never betrayed anyone, then the battle to kill Macbeth would have never happened, and he wouldn't have gone crazy. However, he chose differently and he went to the wrong path. That affected his whole life. His choices revealed that he cared more about power and was way too ambitious. Another example on how a single moment affects a life and how our choices reveal our characters is of Mice and Men. Lenny killed Curly's wife, which led to George making the decision to kill Lenny. This single moment impacted Lenny's life by ending it, and impacted George by the loss of his best friend. Lenny didn't mean to kill Curly's wife, but it still led to George killing him because he had to protect the people around them. This plot twist led to George killing Lenny. A quote from the book on page 91, when Lenny kills Curly's wife, it says, "He looked down at her and carefully he removed his hand from over her mouth. As she lay still, 'I don't want to hurt you,' he said." Another quote from the book on page 106, when George kills Lenny, it says, "George shivered and looked at the gun, and then he threw it from him back up on the bank near the pile of old ashes." The quote from page 96, when Lenny kills Curly's wife, it showed that Lenny didn't mean to kill her. The quote on page 106, when George kills Lenny, it shows that George killed him to protect him from suffering. 15 reasons why. There's various examples on how a single moment can impact a life. You can use that. The people in the tapes led Hannah to kill herself. The characters that got the tapes from Hannah impacted Hannah in many ways and hurt her. This caused her death. For example, Bryce raped her. Jessica was a traitor. Justin lied about the first kiss. And Tyler was a stalker that got inappropriate pictures of her. All the choices that they made built up on Hannah, causing her to be depressed. Once the characters received their tapes, they realized that their life could be over. These characters could be sent to jail. Overall, these choices show how a single moment can impact a life.
We Wear the Mask in 101 Great Poems is similar to the play Macbeth. The poem states, "We wear the mask that grinds and lies." Macbeth and his wife wore a mask to hide their real identity. They pretended to be faithful and loyal people, but in reality they stabbed the king in the back.